Hello and welcome to math, where today we're going to learn about surface area and volume of square-based pyramids. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is we're going to fill in this little box, just as a quick reminder. All right, so it says blank is the number of cubic units filling a 3D shape. Well, that would be volume. Volume is cubic units. Surface area is the number of square units around the outside of the shape. So that would be like wrapping something in wrapping paper, right? Or figuring out how much cardboard you need to make a box. Okay? So that's just a quick reminder of volume and surface area. So what we're going to do is find surface area and volume of a pyramid. Okay, so before we go on, there's some things that you need to know. So we need to know what P is, what B is, what H is, and what L is. All right, that's important. So P, when I see P in one of the formulas, that means perimeter. Okay? Perimeter, and that means around the outside of the base. Okay? So here's my pyramid, right? So the perimeter would be if I was walking around the outside of this pyramid. I'm trying to figure out the distance I would have to walk. So I'm going all the way around that. To find that, right, I would just add up all my sides of my base. So if I could say like this was 5, I would do 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5, and that would give me my perimeter. So perimeter is like you're walking around the bottom of that pyramid. The big B, the capital B, the uppercase B, that stands for the area of the base. And the area of the base, the area of a pyramid is a square. It's a square, right? So to find the area of a square, we do the length times the width. And that will give us the area of the base, and that's the capital B. All right, the next thing is H, and H means height, right? So the height would be how tall this pyramid is. So if I can draw a line straight up, how tall it is, I measure how tall it is, that is the height, or H. And then lastly, we have the L, and the L stands for slant height. Some people say like the length of the side. So the slant height would be like if you're running up the pyramid, going up it, that is our slant height. It's going up the outside of the pyramid there. All right, so L stands for slant. Okay, so let's figure out the volume of a pyramid first. Okay, so here's a square pyramid, it says. All right, so first thing we have to do is write the volume. So the volume of a pyramid, the volume formula is V equals, volume equals 1/3 of the capital B, which we just said means the area of the base, times the height. All right, so to be able to use this formula, we have to figure out what B is and what H is. Right, so the capital B means area of the base. So this tells me this is a square, so that means all of my sides are the same. So if this is 16, I know this is 16. And to find the area of a square, I do my length times my width. So I would do 16 times 16, which gives me 256. So my B is 256. All right, so now I got to find my height. My height is how tall it is. And if I look here, I see this dotted line here is going up. That would be this 15 here. So 15 is my height. So that is my height. So I figured out what B is. That's the area of the base. And I figured out what my height is. And that's 15. So now I just plug it into my formula. So I'm going to do 1/3 times 256. That's my B, times my height. And my height was 15. So I just multiply those three things together. And when I do 1/3 times 256 times 15, I get 1,280. And that is my volume. So volume equals 1,280. We usually write the units, but they didn't give me any units. So I'm just going to write units. Units, and units for volume are always cubed. So it'd be units cubed. So let's say this said inches, so it'd be inches cubed. If it said feet, it'd be feet cubed. Right? So anything that has to deal with volume is always cubed. Okay, so there's a practice one down there. There's a practice one right here. Go ahead and pause the video and try this one on your own. All right, so that's how we do volume of a pyramid. All right, so now we're going to do surface area of a pyramid. All right, so surface area, the formula we have for surface area is SA. The SA stands for surface area. 1/2, so a half, times L times P plus the capital B, the uppercase B. All right? So we have to figure out what L is, which remember is our slant height, what P is, which means perimeter, and what the capital B means, which means area of the base. All right, so let's figure out what L is first. So L means the slant height, like I was running up the side of the pyramid. And I can see right here that it is 12. So L would be 12. For P means perimeter. So that means I'd be going around the outside of this shape, like I'm walking around this pyramid. So this tells me it's a square, so I know that all my sides are going to be 7, because this 7, that's 7, this side over here would be 7, that side over here would be 7. Because squares, all the sides are the same size, right? So to find a perimeter, I would do 7 plus 7 plus 7 plus 7. I would add all those up. And 7 plus 7 plus 7 plus 7 is 28. Okay? So we're adding up all those sides. All right, now I have to find the base, area of the base. Area of the base, remember, so that's length times width. So that means I would take my length and times it by my width. So I'm timesing these two sides. And 7 times 7 gives me 49. So the area of my base is 49. So now I have to plug it into my formula. So it's going to be 1/2 times L, which is 12, times P, which is 28, and then plus 49. All right, so order of operations tells me I have to multiply before I can add. So I have to multiply these three things first and then add them to 49, and that's going to get me my surface area. So I have to do 1/2 times 12 times 28. So 1/2 is the same thing as 0.5, so 0.5 times 12 times 28 gives me 168. So now to find my surface area, I have to add this 49, right? So 168 plus 49 gives me 217. 217. And they don't have units of measures here, so we write units. And anything dealing with area, surface area or area, is always units squared. So if it says inches, like this practice one you're about to do, that'd be inches squared. If it said feet, it'd be feet squared, right? Area is always squared, volume is always cubed. Okay? All right, so that's how we do surface area of a pyramid. So you have to find the slant height, the perimeter, and the area of the base. All right, so we did one together. Pause this video, try this one on your own. Okay? So this is a square pyramid. You got to figure out the length, the perimeter, and the area of the base first, and then plug it into your formula. All right, so that is how we find surface area and volume of a square pyramid. If you ever have any questions, you can always ask a teacher. The hardest part is remembering what these letters mean. So P, remember, is perimeter, B means area of the base, H is your height, and L is your slant height, the side length of that pyramid. All right, if you ever have any questions, ask your teacher, and I will catch you next time. Bye!